Living in a food desert means limited access to healthy foods like these. It's a serious issue affecting 12.8% of Americans in areas far from grocery stores. This can lead to higher rates of diet-related health problems like obesity and diabetes. In food deserts, unhealthy choices like these are often more accessible than fresh produce. This imbalance is called a food swamp, where fast food and convenience stores outnumber healthy options. It's a complex issue, but understanding it is the first step toward a healthier future. Take Burlingame, Kansas, where all grocery stores closed, leaving residents over 40 kilometers from the nearest store. This area became a stark example of both food desert and swamp, highlighting the lack of healthy options. And yet, despite these challenges, every community has the potential to improve access to nutritious foods. In these areas, it's crucial to understand that solutions exist, like community gardens and mobile markets. Efforts to combat food deserts include policy changes and community initiatives. The wellness influencers who claim a single solution will fix everything are missing the mark. You might have heard that buying local produce can help, but it's not just about the food you buy. Community action and policy changes are vital for long-term solutions. The superfood and toxic food crowd both miss the bigger picture. Food is about access, not just choice. So, while food deserts are a serious issue, many communities are finding ways to improve access. Local initiatives, community gardens, and policy changes can make a big difference. And remember, food is about more than just what's on your plate. It's about building healthier communities. If you've noticed your local area lacks fresh food options, you're not alone. Food deserts affect millions of people in cities and rural areas alike. And don't forget, food deserts often come with food swamps, unhealthy umps. While food deserts limit access to healthy options, they also highlight the resilience of communities. People have found creative ways to grow their own food or source it locally. Community gardens and farmers markets are more important than ever. But it's not just about finding food, it's about changing systems. Efforts are underway to transform these areas with policies and urban planning. From mobile markets to community initiatives, there's hope on the horizon. The future of food access is brighter, but it requires action now. So, what can you do to help change your community? Support local initiatives and advocate for better policies. Your voice matters in shaping healthier food environments. And remember, every small action is a step towards a future where everyone has access to nutritious food. But it's not just about food deserts. Many areas also face food swamps. These are places where unhealthy food options, like fast food and convenience stores, but healthy choices are scarce. This imbalance can lead to higher rates of diet-related health issues like obesity and diabetes. The wellness influencers who promise quick fix often miss this broader context. Addressing food desert requires more than just planting a few seeds. It's about creating sustainable change that brings healthy food options closer to home. The miracle cure ads that promise overnight solutions often overlook the complexity of this issue. In areas like Burlingame, Kansas, the distance to a grocery store can be over 40 kilometers. Imagine walking that far for fresh produce or healthy options. The local farm-to-table movement and the fast food corner crowd both have their blind spots here. But even as food deserts persist, local initiatives are planting seeds for change. Community gardens and small-scale farming offer fresh produce where big stores won't go. The supermarket chain and the urban farm advocates both miss the bigger picture sometimes. The reality is that both extremes miss the complex needs of these communities. Addressing food desert requires a mix of solutions, from policy changes to grassroots action. The future of food in these areas lies in a balanced approach. So whether it's urban farms or community pantries, the key is to bring healthy options closer. But the wellness influencers often oversimplify this. They'll tell you it's all about one big fix. From build a grocery store tomorrow to everyone can grow their own food right now. The reality is more complex. It's about many small steps, not one big solution. From local policies to community programs, each step helps make healthy choices easier. But even as we work on these big changes, let's not forget the impact of food deserts today. In areas where healthy food is hard to come by, people are left with fewer choices. It's not just about distance, it's about making healthy options accessible. You might have heard about food deserts, where healthy food is scarce. And it's true, these areas face unique challenges in accessing nutritious options. But there's also a flip side, an area filled with unhealthy choices, known as a food swamp. So, the real picture is that food deserts and swamps are both issues. But remember, access to healthy food is key for good health. And while it's tough, there are ways to make a difference in your community.